through the S's. Going to be starting 11th in the number 9 car, and I'll be taking things somewhat gentle and conservatively on this race here. Really looking for, you know, I want to get through the all 25 laps without tossing the thing off. And gain some safety rating, hopefully.
Ready, green flag.
Yeah, that was my hope.
Through the gears. I'll let this guy go. Why does it look like he's already got a ton of damage? That's interesting. Well, did you mess up on the pace lap, man? Your back end already looks like it's knocked off. Contact up in front of me. Just trying to be steady and smooth around here. Yesterday I really realized that I was overpowering the tires and causing a lot of wheel spin that really wasn't helping me. So I'm just taking things a little bit slower at the outset here. Gonna go for nice 25 clean laps, no incident points, try to stay somewhat consistent and bring the thing home in one piece, which I haven't done yet here at Sonoma. Finish will be what it is, and who knows, maybe my more conservative approach will pay off. Noticed the YouTube link went by there. I'm getting really close to my goal of 100 subscribers. Love to hit that soon so that I can get the custom YouTube URL up there. I'm gonna add the YouTube link to my cars once it's done, and I'll you know, maybe even do up a special paint scheme for that. I haven't done anything on the truck for this year yet, so maybe I'll make the truck my YouTube car. But if anyone doesn't subscribe yet to my YouTube channel, please do so. I'm getting really, really, really close to my goal of 100 subscribers, so I'd love to hit that soon. If you haven't gotten your bets in, bet finish on this race is probably a really safe one. Although it's hard to say that any bet's safe because of the random disconnects we've been having that can rear their ugly head at any time. Hopefully iRacing gets that figured out soon. Lap 2 is a 121.6. That's actually not terrible. I'm a C class, I think, in road. Looks like I might be losing 12th spot here pretty soon. That 17's getting pretty close to my back bumper. My Christopher was telling me that I need to put that mirror up and just look forward and drive, so I need to start doing that more. Although in this situation, mirror's my friend because my goal here is to have a clean race without incident, so being aware that there's someone gaining on me is helpful for that cause for sure. That felt better through the S's right there. Racing's about knowing where to go fast and
Here, 22,
where to slow down as well.
Right, 5. Clear, clear.
Let the 17 go by there. Knew that he was quicker than me. Hopefully I'm able to, you know, just keep pace. Maybe I'll get back by him at some point. Never know. The real payoff for where this race, it's not going to be in this one where I see the payoff in terms of finish position and points. It'll be when we come back to this track again in June. This extra experience and just being more familiar with the track is going to pay off. Better through turn 11 than I have been.
Thanks, Logan.
Still not getting through. Part of the problem is that I am not hooking up clean laps. You know, I'll hit different corners correctly and then miss on other ones. So part of the problem that I'm having is not being able to put together consistent laps where I make everything clean. The other part of the problem is that I am still just generally pretty slow on road course. The speed's not there. Better than I used to be though, so I know that if I keep working at it, I will get better over time. Actually gained a little bit on the 17 that lap. We're both gaining on the 12. I think he had an off because we gained about 3 seconds on him right there. He seems to have completely lost his rhythm.
Thank you. Picture.
Getting through the S is better than I've been doing, I think. That corner I've been pretty good with. throughout the week. 17 looks like or 12 looks like he's hurt it.
Clear, clear, clear.
So he's going to go pit. Probably not the right move. I don't think that he's going to get enough speed back from those repairs to offset the lost time. Missed that corner entirely. And overdrove that one as well. That's the thing, when I was actually hitting my marks, I was a little bit faster than the 17. But now that I'm making mistakes again, all that time that I gained, I've lost. And when you're gaining time, you're just chipping away. It's little tiny bits at a time. When you lose time, you lose it in big chunks. Or I lost it in big chunks there, and that's where it gets really frustrating. Because you'll spend 3 laps gaining back the time that you throw away in one corner. In this case, I've spent the entire part of the lap just getting back to 2.2, which is where I was after making my first mistake. Almost put a wheel off there. I got it back. That section right there is actually really fun. Little blips on the throttle where I'm downshifting. That seems to be making those downshifts smoother, which is good. In 11th right now, looks like someone else has had an off somewhere. .3 seconds. Favorite road course track? I like the Glen better than I like Sonoma. And I like Sonoma, but I definitely like driving the Glen in a stock car better. And the races that have happened at the Glen have just been there have been iconic races at both, but I feel like the racing at the Glen is better. It just suits the stock car better, I think. Good little battle going on between the 18 and the 22 here. The 24 is having a really rough race. This is the second time that I've lapped him already. And he's up in 21st spot, so as rough a race as he's having, there's someone else out there, or at least 3 other people who are having worse. Oh no. There went my clean race. Just going a little bit too hard into that corner and put a wheel off. Hopefully won't do any more of those. First off track, 11 laps in though. Still got an opportunity to gain a lot of safety rating if I can keep the rest of the race clean. 15's off track, and that looks like he's got some pretty serious damage. Car straight. No, when you don't gain an SR as quickly, each time you go up a tier in the license, it shifts things so that you'll lose safety rating quicker for incidents, and you will gain it slower the higher up you go.
Good.
Chris Wallstrom, thanks for the follow, man. Welcome. Appreciate you. Everyone drop some hype in there for the new follower. Just, just trying to get more experience on the road course here. I'm pretty bad at road course racing, especially in these bigger cars. So I am downshifting in an area where I shouldn't have, but really just trying to gain some additional experience on the road course and get better at it because I'm pretty bad right now. That said, if I continue to drive cleanly and keep the things straight, a top 10's not out of the picture. I'm gaining valuable experience of just actually what it takes to complete one of these things correctly. Because every other race this week I've put a big hurt on the car, and the value of the rest of the practice session has kind of gone away. These cars are easier to drive once you hurt them a little bit. I've got all the horses still, and getting much more valuable practice time in this one than I've gotten all week. That's a close just one bet, and that one I think will pay off. I actually am gaining back on these guys a little bit, although I think that might have been time gained while they're racing each other rather than actually running faster. Lap times are still down in the 123s though. That's not bad. Part of where memorizing the track helps too. I don't need to be shifting in any of these sections right now. It was interesting how the downshift first actually really helped to rotate the car. Slow overall through a lot of this track though. I'm drifting over towards the inside of that one. It's a bad habit that I'm catching myself on. Need to be better about that.
Thanks, Bono.
So I'm watching the gap to 10th most closely of all right now because, you know, the one thing that would be cool to come away from this one would be a top 10. It's a pretty big field, so top 10 and this size of a field actually kind of means something. Main thing is to just keep driving it smooth.
Sorry about that. I tried like hell.
It's taken Logan Clampitt a lot longer to catch me than it did the first time I was in a race with him too, so that's a measure of improvement. Peak Antifreeze series was pretty fun to watch this past year. Looking forward to it again. I hope that they incorporate a winning you're in style to their playoff qualification, similar to what the Monster Energy Cup Series does. Still losing time to this group ahead of me. I'll run kind of even with them, and then I'll lose some time, and then I'll run kind of evening. No, nope, dang it. Second off track. It's all right though. Couple off tracks I can handle. It'll still be the lowest incidence that I've gotten in this race by a long shot this week. Give up a little bit of iRacing. Now, so you get a pro license, it's not just on safety rating. There's actually a pro series that you need to go compete in, and the top 10 from that advance and get a pro license. Letting Clampitt go by. So you gotta be, to get an A license, you just have to be consistent and safe. To graduate beyond that, you not only have to be a safe driver, but you have to be fast as well. So the pro license, you have to be quick. Pro license is probably something I'll never qualify for. You also have to do, Daniel, how's it going, man? The other thing is that that's a open setup series only, so you have to step out of the fixed setup stuff to get a pro license as well. Batista catching me. This is what's incredible is, you know, you start seeing how good the guys at the pro level are. Because PJ Stergios is also at that level. And you can see Logan Clampitt's just opened up a huge lead over Stergios. Sorry, what was that?
I said I'm a big fan of your channel.
Cool, thanks man. Appreciate that. Streaming right now actually, just trying to get a hang of this track. And get some safety rating.
I think it's harder to stay out of your guys' way than it is to win the race.
Yeah, staying out of the way can be tough for sure. Appreciate the effort you're putting into it though. Bobby's getting some TV time here. It's always fun to run into someone who, in the race, who watches the channel. They get a little TV time, and that's fun for them too. Go. Second gear, braking, first gear, come on. 5 to go now, right now actually. It's going to be 4 to go because I'm 1 lap down, so it'll tell me 5 to go, but it's really going to be 4. This is definitely the best race that I've put together at Sonoma so far.
Right side. Clear.
Not just giving it away to Bobby right now.
5 to go this time.
Don't want to hold PJ up. If I don't have to give these positions up to let him by, I'm not going to. It's late in the race right now. I do want to salvage some measure of iRating. PJ Stergios and Logan Clampitt looks like they're running for the same team.
Right side. Clear.
20 car trying to make a pass there, that didn't work. It's going to be 3 laps to go when we hit the stripe this time by. Dang it. 3rd off track. Still ought to gain some decent safety rating. At least these off tracks haven't been terrible. Been relatively harmless most of the way.
Right side. Clear, clear.
when he gets through. As I'm getting lapped and given room, it's fine. I'm gonna try to put the punt back to him and see if we can get that back without throwing away the clean race that we've had. It's gonna be 2 laps to go. Next time by will be the white flag.
On your left. Clear.
Yep. Sorry, man. Kind of overcooked it into that corner,
On your right.
and that kind of
Clear.
threw away all my safety rating. Sorry, 20. I really didn't mean to get into you there.
White flag.
That's what I get for trying to race.
Right side.
Probably Batista trying to make it something here with the final lap. And we got lead lap cars behind us. Not a good situation because they're racing for position as well. Looks like Bobby's going to yield, and then I'll give them room over here. Yep, there we go, good. So I'm going to end up with a 7X, assuming that I don't put another wheel wrong. 13th place, not great. Certainly not as bad as it could have been. Did not gain safety rating at all in the way that I wanted to. It just shows how much I have to learn, because honestly, doing 25 clean laps shouldn't be that difficult for me. But here we go.
Good problem.
Good race, guys. Sorry again, 20.
Don't worry about it, John. I think I left you enough room. I ain't sure. It's kind of tight. Your races lately, last couple of weeks.
Yeah, no, you left me enough room. I just overcooked it and locked the brakes up.
You put down a 120 in your qualifying lap. Is that what I've seen?
Yes, sir. 120.6.
Well, that's one of your fastest ones, right?
Yeah, that was my fastest lap of the week on this place. So I'm getting better. Danny, you're skipping Sonoma this week? Yeah, man. I mean, I used to do that, honestly. But I stopped skipping it because I'm never going to get better if I don't start working on them. So I've started doing the road courses as much as possible every time they come around in these cars, just so that I can start improving. And it is working. I'm getting better. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I am showing improvement each time, so that's good. This would have been a 3X if I hadn't gotten into the 20. And that's going to cost me some safety rating that I would have gained.
John, have you found out if doing all the laps is a myth or not?
Sorry, what was that? Oh, if it's a myth where you're parking? No, I still haven't gone and verified whether that's a myth or not. So 13th place, 7 incident points. We'll see how that turns out here in the standings. Only lost 12 iRatings, so that's pretty good. And still gained .06 SR at a 1.84.